Cheers for coming on, Alex. Look, what was your feeling on tonight's game? We just about squeezed through. Were you happy with the performance, or did it concern you at all?
I think we just about did enough to get through. I think we struggled to get through with their midfield, and I think Richie was he was off it. He wasn't playing as well as he was the last few games.
Yeah, he had a few half chances, didn't he? Especially in the first half. Didn't quite get the service, but what do you put that down to? Obviously, Brennan Johnson played the majority of the game on the left-hand side instead of the right-hand side. Did move over to the right-hand side midway through the second half, but why do you think we weren't getting Richarlison as involved as maybe other games?
I think I made some notes, and I think our crossing just wasn't good enough tonight. I think you're right. I think having Kulu on the right, being left-footed, and Johnson on the left, being being right-footed, just didn't work. I think we were better when Johnson went over to the right and Kulu went into the middle. Hill's a bit lightweight, and I think we need to find a different solution. Hopefully, when Manuel Solomon comes back, if he comes back before Sonny comes back from the Asian Cup, then I think he'd be a much better option on the left-hand side.
Alex, do you think we're being overly critical of a team at the moment who are kind of threadbare and slotted together with kind of almost six, maybe 5 or 6 first-team players out? Are we expecting too much to expect them to play Ange ball at the correct tempo and the correct intensity when actually, they're not the players who should be in that side anyway?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that will be so much. I mean, you mentioned it earlier. Imagine that midfield with Bentancur, Maddison, and either Basuma or Sarr. It will just be completely different. I think Udogie had a good game, and obviously Porro on the right had a fantastic game. He was definitely our best player on the pitch tonight, and that goal was incredible. It was fantastic.
Obviously, this was our first game without Son since he's gone to the Asia Games, and there's been a lot of talk about how our attack is going to fail without Heung-min Son. Didn't quite click tonight, but is it a case for you of, with more time to gel, they'll be okay, or is it a genuine concern, while Son's away?
I think it's our first game without Son for. Has he even missed a game this season?
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think he has, does he? So no, I think it's a huge thing missing Son. He's our captain for a start. He gels the team together. He encourages everybody. We don't have that on. Bentancur was our captain, which is great, but he isn't Sonny. Sonny is by far, if you ask me, he's the best captain we've had in a very long time, and I think he really galvanises the team and gives the team confidence, even when he doesn't have his best games. So I think he's a massive loss, not just his playing ability, but his actual presence on the pitch and in the squad, in the team. Yeah. So I think give him some time, bit more, a few more training sessions without Sonny. I think we'll see an improvement against United. Well, we need to see an improvement against United because Burnley weren't that good tonight. I didn't really feel that they didn't have that much penetration. I didn't feel worried about them when they came forward. But then again, you might say the Burnley fans might say the same thing about us tonight.
I think it's worth talking, seeing as we've been talking about the kind of forward options. Richarlison, as mentioned, didn't have a great game. He actually surprised me a little tonight. He had a few opportunities to show a bit more pace than he did. I thought he was a bit quicker than he did. And in that first kind of 20 minutes when he had 2 chances to kind of take a touch and get away from defenders, the defenders were actually quicker than he was.
Yeah.
I think with the 5 goals in 5 games, we've all kind of been hopeful that Richarlison was starting to come good. And I think in terms of his 6-yard box finishing, he's confident with that at the moment. But in terms of his all-round play, do you see that there are many other better options around in the market, maybe in the summer, if we were looking to upgrade? Or do you think in terms of a player who can do the 9 and also maybe play off the left, maybe that's as good as we're going to get in that kind of 50, 60 million pound bracket that Spurs aren't willing to pay more than?
Yeah, I think the striker market is, you're going to pay 80, 90 million. I mean, Grassi, for example, he would be incredible. He's got pace. He's got strength. Don't get me wrong. I do like Richie. And I was actually with you. I know you said that you think he'll score 15 goals this season. I said, I think he could score 20 in all competitions, not necessarily just the Premier League. But you're right. Tonight, I just don't think he wasn't getting into the positions he's been getting in the last few games. And I think he just seemed a yard off it tonight. And I think we need to sign a better backup or a better forward than Richie, and I think we can do that in the summer. Whether Richie stays, with that or not, I don't know.
Well, Alex, thanks for calling in, mate. Really good to see you, and we'll see you soon.
Enjoy the rest of your Friday night, Alex. Have a big one.
You too. Come on, you Spurs.